Meghan Markle and Prince Harry will no doubt look to hit back at recent claims made against them that are damaging their brand, a royal expert has told Express.co.uk. Last week, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's unofficial biographer announced a sequel to the best-selling Finding Freedom. Omid Scobie wrote Finding Freedom, along with Carolyn Durand, and the biography was published back in 2020. But the revelation of a follow-up by Mr. Scobie came in the wake of the release of Revenge, Meghan, Harry, and the War Between the Windsors. The book featured a range of allegations about the Duchess' life, but Meghan and Harry have not officially commented on the book's contents. Royal biographer Tom Bowers said he was sure the Duchess will read the book, but advised her against any future legal action against him. The book also attracted criticism for what some interpreted to be the narrow scope of interviewees cherry-picked for the accounts. She complains that Boris' book is only negative about her. Yet she stopped her friends from speaking to him. She is such a manipulative, dishonest person. Just all PR, zero substance. She does nothing, she creates nothing but chaos. The book does not contain a range of allegations, but a recount of many people's experiences of dealing with me again. They can't all be liars, and many of them were taken in by her to start with till the scales fell from their eyes when the truth dawned that she was a manipulative cow. However, there is no doubt that the allegations raised in Bowers' book are currently causing damage to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's reputation, Professor Pauline McLaren told Express.co.uk. Professor McLaren, co-author of Royal Fever, added that it is no wonder that Meghan and Harry will be looking for an outlet to respond to the claims. She told Express.co.uk, there is no doubt that Bowers' book is currently causing damage to the Harry and Meghan brand despite his acknowledgement that he only spoke with people who were negatively disposed to them. This means the readings of many situations will be heavily biased against them, so it is no wonder that Harry and Meghan will be looking for an outlet to put forward their side, again, and Scobie's book could be it. I didn't have a good opinion of her, however, I was open-mouthed by the revelations. The detail, from her being 2 years old up to the Jubilee, the cold-hearted meticulous plan Meghan had from the beginning. Her determination to climb up the dung pile. What she was prepared to do to get ahead. Tom names the number of men, she just asset strips people, dumps them, moves on, and ghosts the friends from the previous chapter, so they don't contaminate her new image. How has she explained that to Harry, the most recent meal ticket? I have friends forming a queue to borrow it. Mr. Bauer came under fire as Revenge hit the shelves as his account was branded biased. The investigative journalist told Good Morning Britain that his around 80 interviewees were mostly made up of people who didn't like the Duchess. Presenter Ben Shepherd then put to the biographer, if we know they don't like her, why are they going to be offering an unbiased account of their experience with her, Mr. Bauer then responded, I understand, but I sifted through, I don't just put in stuff which isn't true and can't be checked. HarperCollins, which is publishing the UK edition of Omid Scobie's new book, said it will have the world talking with its exclusive revelations. The publisher described the deep access and unique insight which will make the book a new chapter of the royal story. Mr. Scobie said he was so excited to finally share the news about the book, set to be published in 2023. But Professor McLaren suggested that the announcement is saber-rattling, and likely to cater to more of the he said, she said narrative. She said, I think Omid Scobie's new sequel announcement sounds like saber-rattling and the promise of more, he said, she said, to come. It's only to be expected that Harry and Meghan will have some way of defending themselves against the many inferences of Tom Bowers' Revenge, and although we don't know that they will be directly authorizing Omid's future work, we can surmise they may intend to play a tacit role in supporting it. I think that Diana evolved from an innocent ingenue to a sophisticated, admirable woman. It doesn't seem that she was overly concerned with building a brand or hiring a team of people to curate a version of herself for the world. She didn't have to pay to advertise her goodness. She was genuinely good, kind, caring, and a true humanitarian. In contrast, the media has to be paid and courted to say nice things about HM. They are seriously in pursuit of building name recognition with the public and have to plot and plan to get their name in the news. If people were interested in their lives, it would be a natural thing to have journalists seek interviews. But without HM paying PR staff to seek more ways of getting HM as a media topic, they would not be newsworthy. The duo should focus on doing something newsworthy that reflects them as the humanitarians they claim to be rather than paying people to write fictitious versions of themselves. Wanting to be famous is not wrong. However, being famous for a false story that one pays to have written and placed in media outlets is an empty victory. Someone should point out to HM that if they want respect and admiration, they should engage in activities that enhance the world. They want to be recognized for talking and pointing out the ills of humanity without doing any work to help. Let me point out that Harry and Meghan, you started the biased and damaging attacks on the royal family and the British people. Tom Bower's book, as he explained in interviews, was a means to put the record straight for the people who cannot speak up. He stressed over and over that he has only written the book because of the nasty unprovoked attacks and lies from the Oprah interview. And yes, Oprah, if you are reading this, shame on you to Oprah. Tom Bower deserves a knighthood for exposing has-been's wifey for what she is. She researched all about has-been and told lie after lie to climb well above herself and want to have global influence. The book should be turned into a film to highlight the characteristics of her ruthless, bullying nature. Not royal, not celebrities but are talentless. Finding Freedom is currently -60% at £3.99 on Amazon. Having given everything away to Winfrey, who seems to be keeping them distanced, what can be left? This new book will more than likely tank. I notice they haven't bothered to go legal on Tom Bower, but wouldn't it be wonderful if they tried to demolish Bower's super book and he sued them? Oh, I do hope she sues Tom. I would love to see her questioned by a barrister. Turning the taps on would get her nowhere. Dark triad personality types are incredibly manipulative, so I would love to see her cornered. By the time little Omid gets his book out, it will be too late. I bought a copy of Tom Bower's book. I had it on pre-order. Got through it in 3 days. Would have read it straight through had I not committed. It's a long time since I read a book so gripping I continued to read whilst brushing my teeth. He interviewed 80 people who had eyewitness testimony. His sources were named. 19 pages of notes identifying who, what, where, and when. Letters, emails, court transcripts, etc. He said he had a lot more information but was only prepared to print what he could prove. We know where this is all heading, and it won't end well for the Markles. Trying to sell skills you don't have, and telling lies that are easily exposed doesn't even work the first time. If you repeat the same stunts, you simply encourage people to laugh at your desperation. Perhaps if they'd tried the private life they claimed they wanted, they wouldn't have wasted all that money on lawyers. I guess they'll be back to sleeping in someone's spare room again quite soon. Rachel is trying to secure lots of money for very little input and is failing badly. She thought marrying Harry was her meal ticket. Regardless of how she has manipulated and brainwashed him, it has backfired massively.